So we are here with Girl Be Nice, and we have Riri and Andre.
Hola.
We have a first timer for being in a wedding,
Yeah, that was
being a
exciting.
part of a wedding.
I think I realized I think I was telling you it how I had never been to any wedding besides actually her friend's wedding, right? Like last year I went to her friend's wedding. And I realized like before that, like we don't get married, right? We just be like, I do, or you be with
No,
someone for so
no.
long, like, yep, we married. It's like, but like going through that experience because I was a bridesmaid, I'm like, I think I low key want to have a marriage, like be married, mid size, not a lot.
Go
Maybe
big
could
or
I
go home.
Yeah, but I really just spend more money on the ring because it lasts longer. Like that's one day. I really realized like watching everything she had went through from like the bachelorette party. Oh my god, that was a long night. Like when I mean long night, it was a long night. They was hard partying super hard, and then just like the next morning and then the day of the wedding, just watching like stressful because we thought it was gonna rain for sure. Like I remember looking at her face, I felt so bad. I'm like, Lord, I don't talk too often. Please let this damn wind stop for this girl because she put so much money, time, and effort. But it turned out good. Turned out really good.
That's good. No, so you said you'll put it toward the ring. I think I'll put it towards the honeymoon. Like I think memories last longer. Like I'm
I do
like
too, but the ring do too.
it do, but that's materialistic. Like
This is true.
through
This is
through
true.
through life, like I know couples that add to their ring. You can't
Okay, I
add
see
to
now.
that. Yeah, like that honeymoon is different. Like so.
But
I
you
think
you got kids,
I know, girl.
so it's like
That don't mean nothing. We said what would we choose?
like dang, I can't go this weekend. We're gonna try a couple weekends.
Yeah,
off.
no, and then honestly, like my family is good. I'd be like, "Hey, y'all got the kids for the week," you know.
That's funny.
Take turns, take turns. But today we are and you said you chose to think about marriage too. That was something new.
Yeah, I think because I think I always say it behind like the scenes. Like I'm like, nah, I could care less if I got married. At first, I felt like that, but then seeing like just everything that led up to it, maybe that's what was the cool part. I don't know about the marriage part itself yet, but I'm like the experience watching just how fun it was, just how happy it was. It was like, it wasn't like no drama, you know. It was just really like a cool day. Like it was different.
Okay, but given that person, like people choose to just be with one person. So you saying you want to get married, and you saying you want to choose one person. You saying you taking a leap. So what's holding you back from marriage? Trust? You got trust issues?
I definitely got trust issues. Absolutely. I think because it was broken so many times, and I feel like every time I try to like learn trust, somebody shows me why I don't. And I literally was saying it before this, you know, like I'm very like not, you know, I'm private, but not, but it's the truth. I think anytime I try to give someone that trust, it's like, okay, here it is. But the moment you show me like a lie, it's hard for me to believe that like, anything you say to me after that is the truth.
You know, I think. But do you give them that openness to, like, okay, people, when you meet somebody, it's all fresh and new, and y'all could tell each other everything. But do you keep that open?
I think I absolutely do. Probably, I think a lot of people, even some of the friends I have, is because some of our conversations. I think certain men just choose to want to just tell a lie for whatever reason. Maybe because the ideal of maybe I do like require a lot, right? But you don't have to lie about certain things. You're an adult. And I used to always like hear people say like, why are you going to lie? What are they going to do? Whip your butt, you know? So it's like, if you don't want to talk to someone, you don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to be on the phone, you don't have to make up an excuse for it. It's a lie.
Okay, so have you heard the saying, like, people are a reflection of you? So if that person is reflection of you, like, what is it that you're lying to yourself about?
That I could trust that fool?
No,
No,
like,
I'm just kidding.
yeah, like every person I look at, and then
You
when
know
they,
what? I don't know. And I always think for me, like literally, I think I told you, like, I got to start finding something to do for myself. I think I have found myself, like, maybe almost getting lost in an individual again where I was just like, okay, this could be cool. And I'm like, I can't make it up.
why do you get lost in them? Why?
You know what? And I don't think it's purposely. I think who I am is like how I do in our friendship sometimes. You know, like if I feel like you're reaching too little, I'll take the extra step. But it's not that. I think it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at myself now, like maybe even going to that wedding. I'm like, damn, I'm about to be 36. And I was like, not that life is getting any shorter, but I'm like, like, poof, time was a ticket. If I got to learn this man in 2 to 3 years, like, I'm going to be 40 walking down that aisle.
But I think you're afraid. Like you just said,
Yes.
like, okay, what you put in, no, but what you put into our friendship is like, you're okay. Like, if we was to be like around, like, you know, hey girl, you know, sometimes you need to learn yourself. Like I say, I could sit alone in a room and look at a wall. I say that sometimes
It's true though.
to like not really just looking. Yeah, sometimes I just be thinking and deep thought. But like I say that to say like I'm okay to sit with myself. Like there was a study they said. I mean, there was a study done, and like people would choose basically to kill themselves and but not to sit with their own thoughts.
I think I can see both sides of that only because like now, like that was the last certification I got was the mental health stuff. You know, mental health is very, very strong, even deeper than I think. Like, cause I knew the surface level of different things, different individuals I was around. Like I knew what mental health was, but not being until I was going to this 3 days of just that testing and like really hearing the scenarios or hearing like what people think about when they're by themselves. Because it's like I know what I think about by myself. It's nothing compared to what like somebody with like mental illness has or someone going through like really, really life struggles, you know?
Okay, so why you can't sit by yourself?
I think I just get bored. I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
you
I
can't
sit there,
get bored. It's no
I don't know
such
what,
thing
like I
as
said,
bored.
Okay, so I can sit there. I will do some work, right? And then I might clean. I might even write in my journal. And I ain't gonna lie. Then I sit there. If I call you, don't answer. I'm like, what am I doing? I get bored. And I go back and redo one of the three things. I absolutely do. It's not like I want to. I'm not an outside person, no, but I do certain things and I sit there. I'm like, dang, it is boring. Because the kids, you know, TG's about to graduate on Friday. Mimi ain't that far behind him. So I literally was thinking to myself today, like, what the freak am I going to do?
But like, even me, like I have like when I'm on my board days, like when my kids is calm and like there's nothing like dinner is done or whatever, like it's lunchtime, whatever like part of the day it is, and I either read, write, listen to a song,
I listen to some music.
like I just I enjoy with being me.
I mean, yeah, I listen to music.
No, but just like, do you
cool.
dance by like?
Oh yeah,
okay,
I'll dance
so,
by myself before I dance in front of y'all. I won't even lie. I was literally doing for like I realized that I was singing in the car. When I'm by myself is when I'm the most fun. I had posted something like last week where it was like, how do cancers be by themselves? And then it was someone singing in the mirror like they're dancing, like eating the ice cream, you know, watching the crime shows like I be watching. I'm like, that's me. Like,
so okay, so moments by yourself, why you just won't pick up those habits?
I mean,
because like I think, and then I think that's when you feel like that person need to be in your life.
Yeah, I think that's
but
what adds
like
to
you
it.
know, in like all actuality, like a person works like 9 to 5, or if of course they're managing their own business. What that's 11 hours a day.
Yeah, if I could only work 11 hours, that would be normal. That's not my. So realistically, I work 98% of the day, but then at one point I don't. I think that's what it is too, because my mind is always just work. Somehow it's work related.
So how do you calm it down?
I think but I can't say no. I think literally probably when I turn on the music or like once I take my shower and I like kind of get in the bed, it's just like a thought. I'm like, all right, it's usually probably like 10 o'clock at night if most parts, and I'm just sitting there like, all right, tomorrow's another day. What I'm gonna do? Go to sleep and wake up, 5 a.m.? We just do it all over again.
No, I do not think like that. Girl, I have happy dreams. When I go to sleep, I'm like, I'm being a millionaire. I am. This
You know what's crazy?
house.
I was watching this TikTok where this guy started doing it too. I didn't tell you about it yet, but it's funny. Where someone was asking him how's he so successful or how's he keep his mind focused. So he was like the 3-6-9 rule. So I was like, what is that? You write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, the 9 times at night you read it before you go to sleep. So exactly how you just said, I want to be a millionaire. And if that's the last thing you read before you go to sleep, your mind is supposed to. I started doing it. It hasn't worked yet, but I'm still trying to. I'm still searching for it. But it's got me doing something different.
Well, long as we gonna come back to this topic. I think we're gonna touch on this topic probably like once a month, just because I want to dive deeper into. I feel like she's more vulnerable, and she dig deeper because when it's just me and her, she just like, I just don't want to be married. Like, so when it's like, she's on the spot, she's like, I gotta be honest. So we're gonna dive deeper into this. We actually have questions that I wrote down, and
Well, technically, she texted them down.
I did. I took notes in my phone, and it's okay. Oh, we did. Hold on. So last week, did you finish? You did something outside your comfort zone, and that was the wedding.
Yeah, absolutely.
She said mine didn't count because I always go walking.
It don't. If you walk every day, how is that outside your comfort zone? It's like me eating, like, oh my God, I eat fries. I eat fries every day for the most part if I can help it.
Maybe making a sales pitch.
You made one?
I actually did. I did. I made an Instagram.
I'm gonna look at it later.
I did. Because. It was my teeth whitening.
That's cute.
Yeah, I put it on.
I'll take that one. That's something
I posted it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
What is the biggest lesson in life? What is the biggest lesson has taught you?
Me? Man, like, I guess you have to be an individual before you're anybody. Cause I think I spend so much time, like, I know who I am necessarily, right? We all wake up, we know who we are. But I think sometimes I gradually find myself, like, sometimes wanting to fit in. Just, I don't know, because I already feel like I'm so different. Yeah. And I think life has taught me just be who I am. People are going to accept you or they're not. And I think it's crazy because I'm still learning that lesson. Most people won't share that, but I will because I think we do it. Yeah. Sometimes we lose a bit of ourselves just to not necessarily please other people, but just to want to be a part of something, especially if you think something is great or whatever. You're like, oh, I usually don't watch these movies, but I'm going to watch like 3 of these just because I want to see or feel what they're feeling.
Yes.
So I just think be an individual for sure.
That's good. Okay, I think mine's is...
I'm back.
You back?
How are y'all?
I wish you was recording everything I was saying before you was recording.
No, what y'all
we'll
was
get
saying
on
before.
Right now,
we were saying?
No, but don't. Yeah, we'll get on that because we're on a whole different.
What y'all talking about right now?
So she asked some questions for me. What's the biggest lesson
life has taught you?
So I had
nothing nasty.
No, so mine was like, well, it's called Girl Be Nice, so we have to like people don't know too much about us, right? Except for, I think mine was like being an individual. That's what I just told her. So far for me.
But we know you were individual.
No, it took, and that's what, like, literally before you came out here, I wasn't always that way. Sometimes, and I was just telling her, I found myself, like, just losing bits and pieces of myself just to want to fit in certain individuals, you know, or certain places. It's just candy, you know, I have to have something. But that was that. What was yours? What did life teach you?
Keep going. Even though I always keep, like, I can't say I always keep going, but, like, my mom has, like, okay, cry, get over it. You got 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's why I say you could scream, cry,
that makes sense,
but get over it. Like, life is going to keep going and it's not a game. Just keep going.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people out there, too, that are going through certain life situations and might even feel like they're at their worst, but necessarily it's just keep it. I always think, until I was, like, Ubering someone the other day. Yeah, I do that on the side, too. I do a million things. But she was, like, having such a bad day, right? It was so crazy. And I made a reference, and I was like, man, like, it could always be worse. And she's like, well, I don't even think like that. And then she was like, whatever I'm in for a reason. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to think what it's like to be worse, because then it's kind of like taking the reflection of what I'm going through and putting on somebody else. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dang, that's actually a good thing. Because I always say that. It could be worse. I think I'm the main person that...
Yeah, I wouldn't say that because it could be worse. And I don't want to be that person where it's just like, pew. Not because it could be worse. I can name a bunch of things that could happen. So mine is, it happened. Get over it. What lesson did I learn from it? Would I do this again? Would I take it back? You know?
Boy,
and like most of the time it's a lesson like, oh, I ain't gonna try that again. Like, boy.
Nah, for real.
What are your thoughts on revenge?
I don't believe in that. I feel like I'm a high believer in karma, if that's anything different. Like, for what? I feel like, because I'm generally not a rude person at heart. Like, I'm really soft, you know? So if I really got to a point where I have to wish anything on you, I'm going to take myself from around you. Because what's the revenge going to do? It's not going to really make me feel better. Revenge is just doing something to feel like you got even. Mm-hmm. I don't have to get even. Like, God's going to do that by himself.
Slay.
So I don't really believe in that too much.
Me either. I don't got time for revenge because karma is not about to come after me for doing any death threats to you. Like, you did you did what you had to do. So I feel like whatever reason you did that to me for, it's gonna come back, and I just pray for you.
I do. Karma sometimes do take forever.
No, you know what? It depends.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes I'll be like,
but you can't see
karma. I know. And I learned that if nothing else, this week, I tell you what. But it's interesting. It just takes, sometimes it do take a long time. I'm not even going to sit here in front.
You don't know if it's eating them up while they doing it. It's already working. It's already working. You know, see? That's
maybe.
You know what? That's the side of revenge you want to see. You want to see it.
Nah,
I don't want to see I don't even want to see you doing bad because I'm gonna feel bad.
No, I don't say like I wish like I want you to be homeless or nothing. No. But I'll be unrealistic as a woman to be like, I never wanted someone to feel the type of pain that they imposed on me. That's not realistic.
Really?
Yes.
No, that's realistic.
No.
I don't want that.
Maybe not as hard as you did it, but just a little twinkle, something.
No.
I just want you to know that stuff is real.
No, because if it happened to me and I was crying, that mean I don't want it to happen to you. Like, it's going to happen in your own way. Of course, you're, as humans, like, at that moment, I probably say, like, no, nope. You ain't even saying that. Like, because I never want nobody to go through something horrible, because guess what? When you love, you learn to love that person. You gonna learn to love me, and you gonna, guess what? That when you show love, it's gonna be like you showing love to me. Like, hey, you was right. I effed up. That's showing love, and that's after you heal. People don't go through stuff, and then that's misery loves company for a reason. Like, when they going through something, they hating you. So true. When they start loving you,
I don't want it.
No, when I ain't saying it. No, when they start loving you, that's when they could forgive you. That's when they could say, you know what, I'm sorry for what I put you through. That's when they healing stage. I love the love. You know, I love love.
Yeah, it's true. You do. I mean, you do.
If you could choose a day in the past to go back to change, what day would it be and why?
Oh, sheesh.
Shut the hell up. You know what? But okay, what would it has changed? Like, I understand. No, I think they should have gave us our.
I think it would be a utopia if slavery never happened. Niggas would be it would be Wakanda for real.
You probably right on everything.
Like, come on now, think about all the niggas that died that didn't get a chance to. You know, they were smart. They were doing this
develop
shit
their minds.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Now all of their bloodline is gone.
I know, like Egypt,
you know
they was already powerful in Egypt, but I feel like if it wouldn't have took place, it's a lot like certain things happens for a reason. That's what I feel. I'm not saying like everything happens for a reason, whatever. I do think like, okay, it's time for y'all to just, take ownership and do what y'all need to do to give us our meal, give us our money,
I think it's I don't even know if I ever told you this. This is why it's funny. I'm like, I don't know. It was a chance I had to move to Texas, and I didn't take that. I was like,
was it for a job?
Hey, you know what's so crazy? It was some of both. But I was so. And I've been
with a house.
I've been to Texas a million times. I mean,
nice.
Now it was the end goal though. Maybe the end goal, but at that time I could say like, if I was who I was now, I probably would have took that opportunity. But I was so stuck in my way. I was just like, I wasn't as forgiving, I think, as I am now. Yeah. And then when the opportunity came, I just was like,
why would I move out there with you?
Like, what?
I feel like my mom has always taught me to go.
I know. That's
but
what
not all. Yeah, but
me.
Okay, why do that person still stay out there?
No.
Where do that person stay?
I don't know.
To be continued.
I'm like, well, I know that they're whatever doing well, but I'm like, purposely, I don't know. It was just a situation where I was just like young. I was just like, nope, you effed up. That was you. And not that I'm not someone that I regret anything. I think whatever we did, we went through for a reason. Like, it's just what it was. You ever feel like God gave you some choices?
Yeah.
And you like,
girl,
this is going to be the choice, right? Like right here. Then you like, it looks nice. And then you take it, you like, I took the shit. I mean, excuse my friend, all because like I was too nervous. I think it's because I've been in Vegas for like 18 years now. Yeah. And it was like comfortability. So I was like, no, nobody in Texas. Like my career, like everything was here. But now knowing what I know, I absolutely think I would have been cool in Texas.
Should have.
I know.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. But anyway. Yes, honey. But you know what that mean? When it come again, you need to take it. I feel like, if your job offer you a position to move anywhere where you think it's corny, you better take it. Because I will take it, especially for a job. Well, we don't come back to that.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. Hold on.
But I would go.
I would now, just like, because I travel already so much, like with my other job for the most part, like where I do go, like San Diego or Arizona, Denver, and Seattle.
They pay for my accommodation, so I go.
Yeah, I think I'm more open to it now. I'm scared. I'm still scared to fly. Every time I get on the flights, I ain't gonna lie to you. No. But I'm perceptive. Like, I would go by myself. I don't even need somebody to ask me to go.
Boy. Do you be on Spirit?
Hell no. I mean, God forgive me, Sunday. Heck no. We only do like my boss would have a fit if he watched this.
Girl,
Spirit. Did she just say
I
that?
feel like you'd be like,
no. Is he like
No.
Delta, Alaska, or Southwest?
okay, period.
Yeah.
Slay. If I had to choose, I'm gonna be honest.
I'll be honest. That's what you better start
That
doing.
is, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I changed nothing so far.
Oh.
Well, not only because like it's a lot of things that if I change one thing, who knows what lessons I wouldn't learn in the process. Who knows where I'm going? Nobody knows the future, and nobody knows like.
No.
I love for people to know the sunshine that I bring to them.
Next question. Next question, bro. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
We're not even gonna do that. Next question. Sunshine our breath. What's going on right now?
Okay.
No.
Oh. Okay. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Me too.
Was that the whole question?
No. Okay.
We the only ones out here?
Do you believe in aliens or supernatural beings?
I believe more in supernatural beings than aliens, for sure.
I feel like I believe in both because it's like so many different dimensions.
What's the difference between supernatural being and alien?
Okay.
Wait, aliens look ugly as hell.
To us, yeah. I mean, yeah. We don't know what an alien is.
I believe that there's something going on. I don't know. We see what we see on TV, whatever.
Nobody
UFO.
knows.
But I do believe like there's other things out there that's not human.
Yeah, I do.
I believe that much. I can't say
Do you believe in mermaids?
Yeah, I think that there's some out there. I don't know if they look like what they look like on TV, but some out there. But I wouldn't know. I'd be lower in the ocean.
Me and my family did a mermaid hunt.
And what'd you find?
Mermaids.
Where?
Weird looking mermaids all over the coast.
Really?
Yeah. Huh?
Coastal what?
Like, we found
I want to
some
phone your mama
in-
right now because I had never like I don't
No, for real. If you look up a mermaid.
No,
like-
I'm asking. You seen a mermaid? Y'all can get a picture?
Okay, we didn't personally
Oh,
see a
you said
mermaid.
it.
I said we Googled, YouTube,
Did she say Google?
did our
No.
research. Okay,
You
we
said
did
up and down the
research.
She said she went
on-
up and down the coast.
Like I was like,
Yes, on my boat, on my yacht.
you seen a mermaid, bro? I never know.
But you know, okay, sirens, is that what they call? Like, you know, like I feel like sirens is like mermaids, right?
But have you seen a siren?
No, but
Sirens are the mermaids. That's another word for a mermaid.
exactly. That's another word for supernatural. No, that's not another word for supernatural. Ghost.
So I guess it's kind of yes to both. Then if that's really technically, if you're like breaking down everything we say, because what you're doing,
Yeah.
I guess I believe in both.
And I like to watch scary movies about it.
I don't know, but you know that I hate scary movies. I'm not the person. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm nope.
Scary movies?
No.
You didn't watch Evil Dead?
No.
Did you watch it?
Well,
Oh my
first
gosh,
of all,
I had a nightmare.
I watched it twice.
First of all, I live alone
no.
with just kids, and when they not there, I'm by myself. You think I'm finna sit there and watch a
You
scary movie
right,
by
you
myself to
right.
turn it off, and then I'm gonna be shooting air and stuff? No.
Shut up.
No.
So I'm curious.
Late night. That's what I go for.
So when you have a scary dream, what you gonna do? Wake up and hold who? A pillow?
Man, and that's why I don't watch that. Shit, they ain't gonna be
Who
able
do,
to defend
who
me.
do you call? Oh, everything. I swear. Like that is. I understand what you're saying. But yeah, that new movie, Evil
Just be
Dead, it
scared.
did.
I mean, I already seen Dark, so it's like, did I turn a scary movie on? It's even more scarier. Like, I just can't. Next question.
Yes. What is the scariest movie y'all have seen? I gotta like.
Candyman. Candyman. Candyman is absolutely the most scariest movie.
No,
I don't
it's
care.
not.
I don't care what none of y'all talking about.
Insidious.
I don't care how old you are. If you have never seen that
I
movie,
love old school scary movies. They don't scare me now
boy,
that
you
I'm
trying
an
to
adult.
say everyone right here saying Candyman did not scare them? That's full of. There's no way.
Chavez said it scared him. Leprechaun.
Leprechaun was kind of scary, but it don't top Candyman.
I don't think Candyman was scary just because, like, when
Could
you
be
hear
black.
the
I don't
story,
know.
it's
It's
just
scary.
like, I won't say his name. That's it. I'm not about to, I'm going to be honest. I do tell my kids they play too much. They'll be like, Candyman. I'll be like, come in this bathroom again. I'm going to hit you in the face.
Nah, for Bloody Mary,
Like-
but Candyman, like that's gonna be my alter. Yes, on this episode for sure. I want to know what you guys have seen that's scary because my kids like even the new Scream had came out. Like
I love
went and
Scream.
seen it
I
and
can watch
different
it by
things.
myself.
No, no.
You can't watch Scream. That movie not
I
scary,
don't watch
though.
none of the movies, some devil movies.
No.
I hate
Insidious
Halloween.
is-
I hate like.
Are
I
you
don't,
serious?
like,
It's
I can
fake.
call-
Scream, Halloween, Freddy Krueger. Now, Freddy
no,
Krueger
freaking
cooks.
scary.
It
That's
is.
kinda scary.
You're not to
Jason's
come in your
scary.
dream. I'm like, Freddy, you play too much.
It's scary.
No, but yeah. I do want to know. That is like
absolutely like that's scary.
Insidious. No,
but I mean, yeah, I'm not like I love Christmas. Like period. So it's more like I could watch Christmas movie. You know that. Like so,
I love.
Like, I absolutely love Christmas. And who don't? You guys are the Grinch. You know that. Like you seen the process of last year. Like I can't imagine people like there are some people who don't celebrate it. Like Nisha, she kind of doesn't. Celebrate it. No. And she doesn't. And she's so funny because I tried not to start sending memes and like the Christmas carols and
I love every holiday.
Yeah, no, and I love that. I one thing I've learned
my
from
family
her, like they don't celebrate the holidays, so it's cool. So anytime she's ever did something for the boys, like their birthday, maybe not necessarily on it, it would be like she randomly would give them gifts or different things like that, so that they didn't just feel like one day was important.
Really?
I was always against it, but I see like how she structured it. It's like they don't have expectations, but they just they're not materialistic, I guess is the word to put it.
Yeah, I would however you raise your kids like that's because that's why our world is different, and I love that. Like it's different people and it's different opinions and it's different mindsets to get you to open up to different things. So I love that. But I love every holiday. Like my family.
My birthday. You already know it's coming up.
She been counting down, y'all. She already freaking text me.
I have an art.
I'm like, girl, I do. Girl, I don't know, but I did have fun. Like I never met anybody. I never met like my family. We celebrate every holiday to like every we do it the week up. That's what she is. She my family in one, just one person. So it's like. Okay.
You like, what you doing tomorrow? So we got something from Saturday to next
like, how do you do all this? Like, we break it down. Everybody got a day. Like, but I do appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. Different mindset. Like, and that make me do like.
Now you excited for yours?
Yes, I am. Because she's doing a 90s theme
for her. Why you say that online, bro? Like, I haven't even put that out there.
Because I want everybody to get ready. A 90s theme. Do anybody know?
Photo shoots, it's a surprise. Like, surprise.
Okay, I'm saying 90s theme because guess what? If you do, if they could give you ideas.
Well, I'm dead and gone. Please don't let her tell y'all my business because she going to leak it on accident.
In pink for mine.
That would be pretty.
No, I hate pink.
Y'all come up with some ideas too. Like, what should she do for a photo shoot? I don't need that idea. I just think a year in advance.
I don't know if I'm gonna do a photo shoot, but she keep telling me to do a photo shoot. That would be my first time ever.
Pictures and videos are memories. You get that back. Like I probably would never get dressed like I did for that wedding. But it was like, oh, I look back like I did look kind of cool. It didn't look
slay.
Bad. So it's like
I'm so happy you experienced that.
I know. I was so nervous in the beginning. Like think about it. No, it was fun.
On everything.
It was fun. I won't lie. It was fun.
It's a difference when you get wedding drunk. Describe the difference.
I want to fall in 5 bushes. I didn't fall in any because it was an interesting experience.
She didn't.
But I had enough where it was cool. We had some pizza. We had different vibes.
Nah, it's cool. Okay.
She don't know what she wrote.
I know. I don't. What all personal things do you do? Why you let me write that? I don't even know what that means. What all personal
I didn't even know that. Like when you sent it, I kind of just glanced before I walked in
here.
What
all personal things do you do?
That doesn't make sense together.
Maybe something personal.
Like what do I do personal?
Yeah. Maybe like something.
Maybe meditate. I do like doing that.
Ooh.
It's fun.
Yeah. That's the challenge. We got to meditate 3 times a week.
Okay.
And you got to send it.
So we got to video it.
Yes.
That's because she know I'll be lying. I'm going to do it, though. Yeah. I'm going to do it for real.
I think everybody should try meditating. I'm really, I'm still new at it. Like, I'm be honest, my mind. But I finally, I think I reached the point where my mind is calm. Yeah. I'm like, dang, you ain't thinking of nothing?
Yeah, when I first used to do it, I used to be like.
I got to clean up.
Like, I got to do the
dishes.
Yeah, you sitting there. I got to go pick
up the kids. I got to go to work. How long am I going to be here?
Yeah, it take a long time. Like,
it do. And I finally, I did it, I think 2 days ago, and I was just like.
It's a different type of piece for sure.
Like, am I hearing crickets? No. Okay. Do you feel like you're hopelessly romantic? I am.
I believe in it.
I love love.
Like, yeah, I absolutely believe,
I think you are.
I think I want it. I think, what I see on TV, I believe could happen.
Plain.
So it kind of, I do. I feel like there is like that perfect man that'll sweep you off your feet, all this stuff that we do see on TV. Because really, like, TV is what gives us that perception, you know?
Yeah.
Because
But
I didn't want to be married till I just went to one.
Yeah, but I feel like hopelessly romantic, like it's just everything. It's like you find everything that's beautiful. Like, oh my God, even from a crappy person. You get what I'm saying? Like,
She trying to be funny.
I'm not. I feel like I am a hopelessly romantic.
Okay, I guess we put it that way.
Yes, like even
yes.
this wine.
Yes.
I'm like, yes. I'm drinking wine on my porch.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Intimately.
Okay. Yeah.
Laying on my hubby. Intimately.
Yeah, I think
like,
that would be cool. I think it's just about finding that person for me, for sure. Because you already found it. That's the thing. Like, you already are experiencing that right now. At a certain, like, level. Like, so it's like, you at the end of the day, no matter what y'all day is like, you still go home to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whether it's up, down, it's just what life is. When I go home, I'm like, oh, my bed. Like,
but still, you know what? Even when I I went through my separation, I still like watch love stories in my bed.
I'm sure you watched it even more then.
I think it's called Sweet November, and it's about her finding love. Okay, when I say it, she sounded like she was just on to the next. But each month she gave, I think it's Sweet November, but each month she gave a man 30 days. And she, like, make them fall in love with her. And then she leave them.
Damn. She is savage.
Yeah. It's with
I gotta watch
Keanu
that.
Reeves.
You gotta text me the name.
Yeah, I
would.
It's really good. But, like, when I think of it, it's just, like, all the things she will make them, like she laugh, like she cook in the kitchen and dance. Like, she make them basically let go of, like, you know, men are so, like, always have this.
Oh, yeah, they don't want to. They just got to show the masculine side.
Yes, and I love that. And I watched that movie, and I was just like, I think I was, like, 13 years old.
I'm going to watch it. It sounds like a good movie.
It is. You know, she probably, you know. But it was really good. They end up, it was because she was sick. So she was trying to live her full life, and she wanted to experience love with, like, she wanted the men to show, you know, like, it's love out there. And that's what I want you to, you know, regardless of, like, how many, whatever you got to go through. I feel like, you know, as long as you introducing love, and love is, like, it could be hurt. Love is pain sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, in order for
a little less of that.
Somebody once told me, in order to love in order to hate somebody, you got to love them.
That's true. I won't even argue, boy.
That you jumped on that fast. That's true.
It is true, because we love men so much till we hate them, and that's when we leave.
You know what? But I don't.
No, you don't. But most 98% of us.
You're right. You're right.
Because if we think about it,
no, my mama.
we accept little things and
how could this person do this to me?
And
I did
this.
this.
Up the amount of times to change and this and that. Up to the point when you look at them and be like, "What are you doing here? Like, what you want? Like, you know." I go through that process. It's the truth. Like, I think I give, and I said it too many chances, but by the time I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. Like, you know, like you.
Yeah, you do. You do. But you know, for me, I feel like I finally found my strength. Like, okay, deuces. I'm cool. I love you. And guess what? I think we're not meant to be, but I want you to find love, and I want to find love too, because I love love. And I can't say, I want me to find love without saying I want you to find love.
I agree.
Because you have to find love. I want you to be
happy even if it's not with me. That's my favorite. That's like,
yes.
I live by that.
And guys gotta, this is not what I wrote down. Do you feel like guys gotta find love in order to leave you alone?
No. I think a guy can just leave a woman alone for sometimes no reason. And that's why, like, they go through women. Women do it too. But I feel like sometimes a man runs from love too. You know, like, oh, snaps. Like, they're scared to potentially open up to you. Like, oh, my gosh, she's making me change. Forget that. Like, I'm going to go over here with this person because she's not requiring enough.
No, okay, so I'm sorry. My question is, like, okay, so you and this person is in love with each other, and you keep hurting them. So do you feel like so y'all separate.
Okay.
In order for them to get over you, do you feel like they have to love somebody? and you can't love nobody. Like
sometimes
you have to
I think
just
we go
stay to
through.
yourself.
Yeah, I think we go through, and that's a good topic because we'll get more into it next week. But I think when men separate from women, I don't think they have to fall in love. I think they might go through women. I don't think necessarily love. As far as like when I went through the stage, it was never about finding another man or lust. And I think it goes back to because we're kind of closed off, right? And I love too hard. Yeah. So that's my problem. I do not want to, and I said on the last episode, give too much of me because I'm like, oh my God, like I'm with this person. So I think I just kind of stick to myself necessarily.
Yeah.
And men, they don't. They just experience it. Now, I don't think they love them women. I think they do it just, they think that it helps, but until they get in another real relationship and find out that they didn't heal.
Yeah.
All they did was move around.
I don't think men realize they healing journey until, I don't even know when, but I don't think men recognize, and that's a good topic, and I wish a man, like, if you are out there, like, touch on that. Like, how do y'all heal, and how long do it take you guys to heal? What is the process of you guys healing? Because it's like y'all damage, destroy, and then, like, y'all start healing in y'all 40s and 50s because y'all been through life and y'all realize all that stuff that y'all caused it wasn't making you happy. And women go through stuff like, cycles where they...
It's true. We think we're happy.
Yeah. And then when we realize, like, I'm not happy, and
it's always like when we're sitting by ourselves. Like, it's a
healing, yeah.
It's so weird. Like, I found myself, like, man, I'm happy before, and then... One day I'm like, what the freak am I doing?
I'm really not happy.
I'm not happy. Like, I don't want any of this.
See, and I think that has taught. I'm so thankful it has taught me. Like, I'm not a materialistic person. Like, of course, like people like nice things because we're in this world. Like, of course, but I'm not gonna die for it. Like, I'm not gonna I'll work my ass off for it to have nice things to give to my kids, like, because I love them,
I agree.
But we're gonna go to the next topic. What is annoying nicknames that someone has given you? And it could be in school. What is one like?
Because a lot of people coming in, but a little bit. Like when I was in school, it's like, why y'all come up with this shit? Like,
I'm tall.
Like, no, I ain't tall. But that, and people still to this day, is so annoying. Like, don't call me that. Like,
I could get that. Mine's
I bet.
Sticks.
About 4 is what?
Sticks. My sister whole football team, the freshmen, they call me Sticks.
That's so
and they be like, hey, Sticks. And I'm like, I'm fucking thick. I'm thick. Y'all don't see this? No.
She ain't playing with everything, y'all, for real.
But I'm like, I feel like, don't call me that. You could have called me
that would
anything.
be more annoying than little.
Yeah, because it's like everybody point, and it's one.
So you didn't like being called short, you didn't like being called skinny?
Period.
It's the freaking obvious. I know I'm short. I don't think I don't feel like when I walk in a room I give tall at all. Like, I don't feel like that. I give a lot, but it's not going to ever be tall. State the obvious.
I know, that's like that. She's short. Duh.
Like, I kind of put... I had somebody in my inbox ask me, it was so funny. Cause
how tall are you?
Yeah, don't freaking ask me that. Like, why does it matter? Put it together. Like, why is that? Like, you think that's a conversation? Hey, good morning. How tall are you? Well,
I think, yeah.
Blocked. That's what happens. If you send that in my email, I'll Scout's honor. I block you because it's stupid. It's stupid.
I think this one is really good just because, like you just said this the other day. Okay, how do you feel when your partner call you by your full name when you're into it?
We were talking about it because it's so funny. It's just weird because you
been calling me baby all day. You gonna call me by my real name?
Like, you'd be like, and then you said it right. What happened? Because once you start calling your girl, whether she's your girlfriend or not, anything but her name,
sugar booger,
you can't call her nothing else. Like, no one ever really called me by my real name. Like, no one I ever dated. Like, I think they've all created some type of name.
Yes.
Like I was booked to the last one. Yeah. There's nothing. No one ever really said my name. So it's interesting because you know that they're mad.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What's wrong?" Nothing, Renee. Oh shit, something wrong.
What did I do?
What's wrong with you now?
Yeah. I so that goes into, do you like when how do you feel when your partner is mad at you?
When I had a partner, it bothers me because I genuinely feel like I'm going off your vibration, and usually I really try to learn people. So if someone's off, like, okay, well, why is this person off? What's wrong?
I know women do care.
I do, like we do. For the most part, I do, and it annoys me. No, I'm not a art. You know that I'm just a. I won't say a lover all the way, but I like peace. I don't want to argue, and truthfully, whatever you're mad about, realistically, I can't change. So I don't want you to waste your time and tell me.
Oh, okay. So that goes back. Like, okay, you're right. Like, we can't change it.
No.
So, do you feel like they feel the same thing, the same way when we be like they be mad at us, or I mean, we be mad at them and they like, oh my gosh, can you get past it? See, I do move past it once we talk about it.
Yeah, and that's the key. Once you talk about it, some men don't even talk about it; they just want to move on.
Like,
and you guys keep having the same conversation because you move on.
Yes,
you never answered the question.
Yes,
and I don't think they realize it.
I feel like
what you want to eat for dinner? Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch the game, hang out with the boy. Okay, I'm about to go to the store. All right, like, well, what do you want to eat for dinner? Like, that's what I just asked you like two minutes ago.
Yes.
The thing is, they can communicate, but they don't understand sometimes, and I think that's the ordeal of it. Like, we can communicate, and I always say it. But if I don't understand what you're saying...
They said you got to break it down to a man like...
Writing crayon, yeah, but how much...
I didn't say writing crayon. That's so rude.
No, it's not. It's just a nice way of saying it.
You got to break it down to them like... Because, okay, so we are... women are complex. So we love the story behind it. You got to paint the picture for them and add color.
Even when you do that... they still don't get it. They don't.
Maybe if we say, you know what, I know, I'm thinking, because I'm like, do you say, like, you made me mad because you're asking
me?
No, I'm just saying.
I know you can't be, like, I'm very, like.
I'm curious because it's just like, because a guy said that, like, me and a girl was talking, and, like, a guy said, like, maybe you should break it down to them. Like, they're in 3rd grade.
I've tried it. Wash these clothes. Wash the clothes.
Because if you don't wash but you gotta say if you don't wash the clothes, I'ma be irritated. And when irritation come about, the whole house is gonna get. You get what I'm saying?
But that would go along with him.
No, they don't know you gonna be irritated. No, they don't. They don't know you. That goes. They don't. I don't think they ever know you. But
okay. Okay, no, I'm not. That's
so
I think
so. Yeah. So when you break it down to a guy, you got to go with your feelings. Like, what would happen? Because that's how you explain to your kids, right?
Yeah, my kids know me though. I don't even. You know that. Like one time, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't, and that's probably why I have less patience because like I tell my kids one time, it's the truth. I don't have to say nothing more, no nothing less. So as a as a grown adult, why do I have to like? Come on now, we're adults. You can see like that clothes over there is overflowing. The trash is overflowing. I gotta go to work though.
They don't see that.
Still there, like
they don't see it.
Then by the time I'm touching that, absolutely we have an attitude.
They don't see it. I'm not
gonna explain to you why I have an attitude. You didn't smell that dirty trash?
No. They don't. I don't think they senses is like women's senses. They eyes is not like our eyes. Cause they don't like honestly. They will stay in a bachelor pad. Like my cousin, like. Let's just say he stayed in a bachelor pad until he got married. Yeah, until he got married, and I'm like, okay, it was nice. Like he had a nice like the top floor. He stayed in these condominiums, and I feel like you paying that kind of money.
I know why.
It should be decked out, but it was just.
But men don't have no coordination sometimes. Not all.
I went into his brother's.
Where I was like, "Oh, this is." Like
I went into his brother condo. His brother condo was. He was like, "Go see my brother." He know.
Either that or maybe
his brothers was like. I was like, "Jeez."
Maybe he had some.
He did. His brother was in a relationship.
That's I'm like, there you go. There's a difference.
His brother was.
Think about how your day is compared to my day.
Just said,
like I'm single.
Yes.
What do you do when you wake up?
That's what we add to men. Did you hear that?
Like we do.
The difference that we add to you guys. So the next one is. Have you ever got mad at a friend that posted an ugly picture?
I don't mind it. You know that.
She don't.
I don't.
I
look like how I look when I wake up.
She don't. Like I
don't.
My mama. my auntie. They post some pictures and I learned to accept it.
It's like at that
if
time,
you catch me off guard, bro, like it just is what it is.
I think it's the fun of it. You don't think when you see a picture, you be like, "Oh, bro, wrong for that one."
No, that ain't funny.
I remember though when I
mouth all open.
I
No,
It's a
I'm
picture.
be honest,
It has no. I
mean,
mean, that's not who you are. You're just living life. Why be on the guard
that's so
all the
beautiful.
time?
Look at her trying to be a romantic right now. Shut
I'm
up.
Just saying. You're so annoying.
I feel like you can't take that picture back.
No, you can't.
But I could report it.
And I've heard of y'all here reporting your
I'm be honest, I don't report it. I would be honest. I probably delete my Facebook. I would rather just take myself off of there. Like just don't go search for my page. Like for real.
What?
You got a refrigerator?
Yes.
Oh, continue.
He said that last time. He
this.
did. Last time he was trying to. Other than money, what have you gained from your current job?
Oh, the money?
Yep. Other than money,
bro. One thing I could say, and that's probably why I'm like I've gained so much knowledge. I like to learn. I'm okay with that. Someone called me literally like I was out somewhere. We were just talking, and the comment that she made, love or death. She was like, "Man, you're like okay, go ahead, overachiever." So I was like, "What's wrong with like being?"
That's a good thing.
It is, and I think it's made me like really learn that okay, I like to be smart. Yeah. I used to like, hide that. I think because it was like I'm mixed. You don't know where you fit in. Like I said, I wanted to be a part of this group, that group, whatever it may have been. But one thing I'm like, man, I'm very smart. And so I think when she said that, I was telling her, I was like, what made you say that? But she was like, how many people do you know, like, literally get that many certifications in a year? You know, most people don't. And I think this job has tuned me into my natural self is what it was, I think. It's, like, pulled from me for sure because, boy, oof, some days I'd be like, I don't even know how I'm here. Like, y'all get on my nerves. But truthfully, they require me to be me. Like nobody else. Most jobs don't care who you are. You show up, you in their computer, you a number to them, but these people care about who you are.
You know what? I remember you saying like I'm saying this because what you just said. Like you saying I don't acknowledge myself enough, and it's always because I had friends. Like I always had friends who outshine. Like they always did amazing jobs. Like, you know, and it wasn't that like, hey, it's Andre over here. I just know when it was my time to speak. And like, I really do appreciate my friends who like, you know, who recognize their strengths, you know, and you have always recognized your strengths, but I don't think you recognize it in a way like you feel like you need more. It's life. Like, you got this.
You know, I think that's true because I'm always like, all right, I'm done with that. What's next?
Like, yeah,
no,
because
true.
I think, because like I have been in like so many different positions around so many different people who have so many different like, you know, degrees in life. And I feel like you still keep going and you never said, I made it.
I know.
When do you say you made it? And that's a good one. I'm coming from like where I'm more of the humble side where I'm still going back to school, you guys. But it's just like and you be like, you don't acknowledge, like it's not that, it's just like I recognize like real like you did good, girl. You did it. So,
I think for me, it is so crazy that you said that. I was thinking it's literally so crazy, I swear. I think you got my house bugged. But I was like literally last week thinking that to myself. And not that I'm not appreciative where I'm at, but it's weird because I feel like I make these like thoughts and visions for myself. And I'm like, okay, I want to see myself here in a year. But then when I get there, I do have that like 20-second moment, like, okay, I made it. But for some reason, I can't really answer. My mind's like, all right, what do we do next?
No, that's good. You do that. That's reality. And you should do that. But don't like, as in like, you're supposed to do that part. You don't soak in the moment and say, yes. Let me sit back and chill. You know, like
I just jump on to the next thing.
You really do. Like I have been like me being around these different people and with different types of bank accounts. But they have like they soak in the moment. They enjoy the moment. Like and they act like, yeah, I did that. And I'm like, oh, so you living in that right now? No, I'm on to the next, but we about to have a party, you know. You get what I'm saying? Like they enjoy that moment. Like we already celebrated, it's on to the next.
I think
like
if I had a
keep going.
Like I think if I had a partner, like a real life partner where I was there like all the time with them, I think maybe
her saying she want to be married? because a partner, like, and that's what I'm saying.
It don't even have to be. We won't even say marriage, but just somebody like maybe that I do come home to. Not to say marriage, not
okay,
yet.
but what are you building with? So you could have a bunch of randoms.
Okay, because she would never let it go. Yes, eventually married.
No, you don't. What I'm saying is like you. Okay, you don't have to say marriage. I'm just saying like a partner is a partnership.
Yeah. I don't necessarily have to say it's a husband, but somebody where I'm like kind of how you are. Like, all right, I accomplished that. You know, like.
But you that same person that say a marriage you can't walk away from. Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean,
so with a partner, you can't walk away from that partner because you just signed business papers, right?
I mean, that's true.
So if you want this person, y'all both saying, listen, we doing this together. That's the difference in a marriage. We're doing this together. You get what I'm saying? We
I don't think I trust people enough. I don't think I trust people enough to give them that 100%. I think that's my problem. Why I have never really committed.
And that's why you gotta let go.
And that's part of like the journey where it is true of like letting go, because I feel like once I let go, they have the potential. My feelings is my feelings. I feel like I can be strong and move on from them, but everything else you can't rebuild. It's like, okay, I'm trusting you. You say you're gonna pay this bill, right? It's not about money, but I'm giving you this. I'm trusting you, and then that month you just go and mess off your money. Then now I have to figure out your part, you know. Yeah. So I think that's part of me too, where I'm like, no, I want to love someone. I want to learn somebody. But sometimes lately life has shown me like why I'm by myself sometimes. So not that I don't hate it.
No, I get it.
But I feel like whatever I'm in here to do isn't accomplished yet. And I don't feel like that. Like, you know, kind of how you're saying, I haven't feel like I met my purpose yet. So that's why I keep going. I haven't.
But I think like, okay, so when you meet a partner, you meet that partner that like y'all both want for each other. You know? You get what I'm saying? So like, hey, babe, what you need to do? What goals you need to set this month?
Absolutely.
Like, you know, some people, and I think that's when we start need to get real with the kind of partner we want.
Absolutely.
Because we both need to have goals. Because I want that mansion just like you want that mansion. I want that car like you want that car. And I'm not saying materialistic, but I want to encourage my kids to shoot for something.
Absolutely.
You know.
That's the part that I do, like I say, like I do idolize, like, because you're married, you know? My kids don't see that part. They do just see, like, the hardworking part, the mom part. So I eventually do want them to see me with someone happy, you know? And it is cool, like, regardless, and I always tell people, like, no marriage is perfect. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Yeah. Even some, like, you know, but sometimes I do sit back and it's like, whew. I know. Like, you know, like, and then not even, it sounds going to sound retarded, but it's like, dang, sometimes I do want someone, like, I'm not an argumentative person.
You, to love you.
Well, I wouldn't say chase. I learned that, like, someone
just not literally chasing you.
No, like, not like with a car. I'm saying, like, show who they are. Not saying chase, like, I want you just as much as you want me. Kind of how you were saying, like, someone who knows me intellectual, that knows why I'm mad. Yeah. That knows maybe when I wake up in the morning, it's like, don't talk to me for 22 minutes till I listen to some Fantasia, anything.
You're so funny.
And I'm being honest that they really...
She do got to listen. I'll be like, I can't hear nothing. That should be a good question.
I do. I have to wake up to music. Like, my life is, like, really revolves around music. I don't know why.
Don't that sound like a hopelessly romantic?
I love music.
I'm like, I got to wake up to nothing.
I can't.
I got to, like, I mean, Lord, not nothing. Like, no sounds. My kids, yes. But my spouse, yes. Like, my husband, yes. No music.
I have to hear music.
I got to hear my own thoughts.
No? You don't think? What you wake up to?
Well, when I wake up, I turn on the pod. So I listen to other people talk.
But still something.
Okay, what podcast? Do you listen to, like, motivation? Because it's a bunch of different kind of podcasts.
He said,
I get my motivation from other things. I don't get it from podcasts.
Okay, but... Okay, no, my kid. What podcast did you turn on?
I turn on like Joe Budden or
this is
Joe
cool.
Budden. Oh, I never.
This is interesting.
Or I like Horrible Decisions now. It's two girls.
Horrible Decisions.
But it's spelled like horrible decisions.
Is that the two women you were telling us about the podcast? Horrible Decisions. I thought you was talking about, I think it's called Truths. That's what I was. I listen to spiritual stuff.
Mm-hmm. Truths is dope, though.
Yeah. Oh, you heard Truths? Yeah.
I feel like shit like that it feels preachy almost.
What you mean?
Like you should feel like this during the day, and if this thing happens and blah, I would rather just, it feels like casual conversation when I'm listening to like certain podcasts.
So is it because you don't want to get you don't want to dive deeper into your emotion? That's what I was like, you know, guys don't want to like go into their emotion.
That's not what I want to listen to. Like, if I want to talk about my
Like who?
Whoever is the
She
most
going
comfortable
deep.
talking to me.
Okay,
Because
do
I
you
can't always go to the
your
person.
spouse?
Yeah, no.
Why?
I've heard that before.
No,
I've heard that
you know,
before.
you know.
They definitely hold shit against you. Or
Okay,
very-
my curiosity is like, cause it's a lot of people who say that, like,
I've heard that.
he's like, okay, so spouses can't talk to each other about like their emotions because they hold each other accountable for what they said. But in the beginning, that's what made you fall in love with each other.
Nah,
So
there's some
my
people in the beginning I wasn't the same person. No, you're different
you
with each
wasn't,
person.
but my choice, like I understand, like sometimes, like I think it should be like a just like they say, like when you like have sex, you know, it's a word, you know, you use like a code word, you know.
Mm-mm. People use words.
Yes,
Don't
50
talk
Shades of
about
Grey.
No. She was saying like
pineapples.
Yes,
and then that's how you know you're supposed to have sex. I'm
red.
like, let's just go.
No, that means stop.
Yes.
Oh, there it. I'm
Code,
like,
yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So what
I
I'm
thought
saying
you
is,
said, like,
it
code
should
word
be.
before. I'm like,
to get
yeah, I'm
into
like,
it?
that's boring.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Pineapples.
pineapple's like, okay,
Okay, let's
kids.
go. Know what time it is.
So I feel like
Okay,
guys
yeah.
don't get in tune with their emotions, and it makes it like, okay, so everybody want that relationship. So how do we get to that relationship? Because eventually our kids will have that relationship. The sad thing is our kids will have that type of relationship that we want deep down inside. I'm gonna have that relationship. So what I'm saying is you cannot talk to your partner because she's gonna hold stuff against you. Why not just because you want to be with that person, right?
True.
Why do you want to be with that person?
Love, most likely.
What is love?
It's what you make of it.
Oh, yeah, and I don't always have to. I love my mama. I don't tell my mama everything. You know what I'm saying?
I tell my
I
mama
love the
everything.
individuals. I'm not with them. I mean, she got that. I'll probably tell you to tell your mama.
Like,
no, because love is different. I think my definition of love is different, and we always say is different. I grew up in toxic love, so I thought at one point a man hitting you was love. Like I had to go through that stage, and then the cheating stage, right? We go through that until I really like had someone where I was like, okay, this is like different type of love. Even my son, like how teachers like I can't make this up. I was on FaceTime this morning talking to someone, and out of nowhere, my son kisses me on the forehead. I'm like, first of all, you're 18. It's a little weirdish. I don't know why.
okay.
But
You know what? No, I understand that because my daughter do it. She's so affectionate right now,
it'd be
and
my
I'm just
son,
like
at the door, he like literally him. Like, what are you doing? Just
I,
look
you
like
know,
he had a
I
day.
just gotta love her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I
he's
gotta
like-
love
he's like
on her
that
right
since,
now.
Like my son has literally been like that since like almost birth. I'm
But
like,
you're transitioning him to be
Yeah.
that love with
I do,
a woman.
I do love that about him because he is that person. One thing I know about my son, and he's a Pisces. That says enough. But he's definitely gonna open the door. He's very caring. But he has that side to him too, where it's like, that's why I worried so much about him because I taught him everything of how to treat a woman. Like you ain't finna hit her, talk to her a certain way. I was like, sheesh. Like, does he know like the other little things I forgot to teach him? Because shit, like his father not around and it's just me. But for somehow, like that boy learned that shit. I mean, stuff on his own. It's crazy to see him like that.
I think our kids pick up what I could look at my mom. I'm be honest, like certain things that she didn't say, I felt like was disrespectful.
Mhm.
As in, like my mama went to work with one time. My mama would be like, "Iron my pants while I jump in the shower," because we just went to the park. My mama used to always make sure she did stuff with us, especially for summertime. My sister burnt
Lexi?
a hole. No, Nene burnt a hole in my mom work pants, and I'm like, and she's like, "Y'all fucking just don't care," and I'm like. She don't, mama. She don't care about you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we see, like, that hurt my feelings. Like,
And you throw people in
wait, why you didn't care about mama work pants? She going to work for us. Like, because my mom, like, she
You're
really.
kids. It's not-
You know what? Though? They're like
It's
that.
not,
I hear
no,
my
no,
kids,
no,
they're like
no.
that,
We
too.
are kids, but
They do that.
now that you are a dad, how do you, like, sometimes when you like get frustrated and you walk away, like you like, hey baby, like you still show your child love, and you walk
Yeah.
away, and it's still frustration to you. Is it like your kids know you better than you do? So if your child noticed that you're frustrated and you gave a half, I love you, you think that's wrong for that child to notice that? That's what you just said.
No.
You think it's wrong for your child to notice if you have an outburst and just understand the outburst?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
I'm trying to figure out what
Okay, the question was, so my sister burnt my mom pants.
Right.
And my mom said, like, basically, we do not care. Y'all don't care if I get fired.
No, it's not that. Y'all
Okay.
are kids.
So what? Okay, I understand what you're saying. So you're basically saying we shouldn't have ironed her
She
pants.
shouldn't have been. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if I
But
tell
we
my
wanted to
4-year-old,
go to the park.
That's fine.
We
My
were
son wants to go to the
13
park.
and 12. We could iron, right?
Clearly not. You put a hole.
Right.
So it was either basically this was her choice. Either take us to the park
She's trying to teach y'all a lesson.
or be on, like, basically she could iron her own stuff and
But
get it. So she could have
what-
prepped. But my mom came from a broken upbringing.
What he was saying was not that your mom was wrong for having you iron anyway. She just should understand that you were a kid, so
Yeah,
mistakes
like,
happen.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal. And she
Is
shouldn't
what he
be
was
like,
saying. I get
"You
both
don't care."
sides.
It should be like more like,
I bet you
"I'm
won't
trying
iron
to
nothing
help.
else.
I understand it's fucked up, but we'll handle this a little bit.
You know
It's
what?
not-
You
don't
know
give a
the
fuck.
good thing about, like, I understand what you're saying now, but like she didn't punish us. She had an outburst. Like my mom didn't whoop us.
So she would just get upset.
She would, and she did it. I promise.
Boy,
I think I got a whooping.
I used to get
That's worse,
switches.
too.
No. She never
extension
said like
cords,
it wasn't
branches.
It was never nothing.
like she when she said ugly things, she apologized and explained.
Why
But
she
I
said
could
it.
count. I could actually count on one hand how many times she had an outburst and said something ugly to me. So
You seem like you was a good kid anyway. So.
on everything, I can count how many whoopings I was. I did not do whoopings. You is not about to hit me. I know from wrong or right. I know not to do that. Like, like,
I know
but
I
no.
still did it.
Not for real.
But no, my siblings, honestly, like my sister was against stuff. So I learned from my big sister. And like my big sister, she still feels some type of way. She wasn't the same mama that like I had.
I think we all look at that. Like my little brother was very. Boy, my mom used to that boy. Like,
But
he
then
was
what
bad
do you
as a
do with bad kids?
Now my brother like.
What do you do with bad kids? I ain't saying like I'm not
Bad is a
saying like
understatement,
my
but
sister
You
shouldn't.
whoop
but
their ass.
I got my ass whooped.
You whoop their ass.
that's what I'm saying.
God
But you
forgive me,
just
it's
said not to
Sunday.
do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
He's not. I'm
Often.
whooping. I'm whooping
I'm
ass.
gonna whoop some ass.
But like okay, so
for
that's
real.
like
I'm not gonna whoop your ass for everything. Like, I got my ass whooped one time because my little brother opened a second jar of peanut butter.
Why did he open the second jar? No, okay, I'm just
You
kidding.
gotta whoop
He
it.
didn't see the first one.
I'm just
So
kidding.
when we came in the house, we both get our asses whooped. And I'm like, what the fuck? Peanut butter? Are you serious?
she was already irritated off
No, it
something.
wasn't even.
It's underlying-
It was fucking.
It's an
Your
underlying
dad?
issue.
Not my dad.
Oh, your stepdad or his dad?
He's a person.
You know,
He was there and ain't there no more, so it don't matter.
you know what? Okay. You know what? I think see that would be a good topic. I feel like because it's a lot of men who feel like some type of way of the men that they moms brought into the picture
That's a fact. Like,
because
you
like
garbage ass niggas. I'm like, come on. My dad isn't the best. He ain't fucking knight in shining armor, but you didn't learn after?
okay,
You
so
know what?
with
Though,
that
I
being,
don't even.
Like,
Without
damn,
being
you
like
got-
too personal, I really feel like I'm not the closest with my mom, but I don't like now that I'm an adult, right? It took a lot.
because you don't know if that person
I don't
bad.
judge her because like I was with some ancient niggas, you know, and I can see how that happened. In the beginning, everyone plays that honeymoon stage, you know, like people always, and I teach signs of de-escalation for people to watch for.
Oh.
And I mean, shit, look what happens. You're presented with a certain individual, they show you that 10%, right? And then a year, maybe some dudes are good and you don't see it for 2 years, right? And then they show you that other 90%. By then, though, that whole other year or two, you have already fell in love
I
with
don't
that
think
person.
a dude stay that. No,
You'll be
I think 6
surprised.
months. If a
Nah.
dude trick you for no, let me shut up.
Nah,
It is.
that's how I was like, boy.
I did read a book
boy,
and it was just like
no, like a whole. I mean, I used my own experience, a whole year. So
You're
a whole,
right. You're
like,
right.
so I use. It's just what it is.
It was
a
a
year.
really good book too.
It was, and shit. I should have like, boy, because you look at a perception. You love someone so much, you looking past. Even if we think it's a flag, right?
Yeah.
As women, men do it too. You're like, nah, that's just from my old history, you know, because you're already traumatized. So you're like, no, this person isn't doing the same shit I just told them I went through. It's just my mind, you know, we're perceiving it. But
No.
nah, I don't know. Now I go with what my intuition is because it's what I feel. But at first it was like trying to learn what is healthy love without bringing in my past toxic shit. The hardest thing to do is love a good person, is it not? Because how you know this person is good?
No,
What?
I'm gonna say that because if you still healing, if you still traumatized, that means you bringing trauma into your life. They say we are reflections. So regardless of what that person hiding from you, you hiding it from yourself. And I really truly do believe we are reflections of the people we are surrounded by. And
I do
until
agree to
they
that.
are taken away from us, or like, God removed them from our lives, they will always be our reflection until like either we're gonna work this out, heal it. So like I understand, like I understand both sides, like because I'm a my grandma had 7 girls, and so like it was just like them women bringing different kinds of dudes into their children lives.
Mm.
And if the woman never, and I'm not saying, I understand like it's hard being a woman, I understand we want to feel love, but if you never take ownership of the trauma that you cause your kids, how
I
do
agree.
your kids heal too?
I trying to bring them niggas
And
around them.
like
Them dudes.
my mom do like
Not for real.
but
No,
my
I'm
mom
not
my mom
playing.
break it down like like if she really do, she be like, if I did this to you, I'm sorry. If I did this to you, can you explain it to me why you felt this way? So I'm not saying like, but I feel like men hold grudges to their moms.
Yeah.
And how do you move forward? How could you move forward from your mother hurting you?
Just move forward.
But if you saying you still holding on to it,
It's not like I'm holding on to it to the point where I'm like, I hate my mom. But I'm never gonna forget that you put me in a lot of fucked up situations.
okay, so did you hear what you just said?
What?
Forget.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forget. But I will forgive you.
So
but I'm not gonna forget because I'm realizing.
Bring it up?
I always bring that shit up, and she always be denying that shit.
Okay.
I brought
That's
up the
because
peanut butter shit, and she was like, "That never happened." I'm like, "Bitch, let me call him out there right now because that definitely
But
fucking
did you
happened."
just hear what you said? Because she did not, like, she didn't say like take you, basically accept it. She didn't accept it, and then she didn't say, "I'm sorry." That happened. So do you think if she would have accepted it and said, "I'm sorry for that happening," you would have been open to like letting it go and not bringing it up no more?
No.
Why? Because do you really want her to hold on to something? Like, that's my, like, I feel like sometimes people don't let stuff go. If I took ownership,
Okay.
I said sorry,
Cool.
I let it go, and we cried about it. Why do I have to still every time? I don't care if you joke about it. Okay.
I'm not gonna joke about it or bring it up, but just know I didn't forget. Just know
But
I didn't forget. I'm not gonna
that.
bring it up. I go see my mom a lot. I don't bring it up. But I still go see her because I love her.
What do forget mean?
Because I understand that all of us, just like she was saying earlier, get in fucked up situations sometimes. My mom got in fucked up situations. All right? She met some nigga, and a couple months later they were married, and now we're in North Carolina. Why the fuck? Bitch, what are you doing? Your self-esteem should not be this low.
Okay.
I know. Why would you say her self-esteem?
Because she left, and this nigga was trash. He looked like Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
So I think one thing I've learned is kind of back to...
And he came into her job and was like, "You're my wife. You're going to be my wife." if a nigga came into your job like that, would you not call the police or be like, "Yo, you're fucking weird. Leave me alone"?
And she gave him his number. She probably thought it was like, "Oh my gosh,
I've
he
had
is so beautiful."
The weirdest thing, so I can't hit on that one. But what I can say is, as far as self-esteem,
I don't think I ever heard.
maybe like it's past trauma within herself. That
yes.
You as a kid that you didn't know.
Yeah.
All you know is you see your mom and she's going through the situation. Is like, you don't know your self-worth. Like, lady, what's going on with you? But maybe she didn't know her self-worth at that time. Yes. She thought that's what she was worth. Is that nigga moving her like got South Carolina?
I know nobody ever moved me out here.
Like, it's exciting. Like, oh my god,
I never even been outside
Nevada.
Someone
asked me to marry them. I've never had that. I mean, I would never go. But I can't judge her as a woman because it could have been past trauma. Because you only get to see that image she's showing you. Like, my mom was like strong, but maybe like behind that she felt like she couldn't get nobody else.
She lonely.
She just want that warm body.
So do you feel? You know what the question is? Do you feel lonely when you don't have nobody?
No.
When you're not talking to nobody?
I'm fine.
Do you feel like you need a relationship?
Not at all.
Well, I
As
feel
long
like
as I have
that's
a
some-
relationship
you
with
know,
myself,
as much as guys talk to females, I feel like y'all.
I don't need to be with show ass 24. Like, I like to do other
No,
shit.
that's not the question.
No, that is like.
No,
if,
the question is, do you feel like could you go 30 days without talking to a woman? Like
Probably
no
not.
intimate.
Oh, intimate?
Like
He
intimate.
said-
like sex?
Intimate, like you can't talk about sex, you can't talk about relationships, you can't.
Well, that
you
would be
have
me
sex.
putting like, because I don't want to not have sex in 30 days.
But
Like, I
no,
want to.
okay, that's your
so-
mental.
right.
That you don't want to.
Right. So
It's
I
not a
could.
need. Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
so
I
do you
could.
think because I feel like the reason why men always on to the next is because they feel like they need it.
Oh no, for sure. I've had 6 months where I didn't talk to a girl. A year. You know what I'm saying?
No. Talk to a girl, like talk
Period.
about sex and anything.
Nothing. I ain't even speak to a woman.
Was that after
What?
like a
I
break
don't know.
or
Was
something?
you in like that?
No,
was
I mean, I've
during,
been there.
I was on a
Okay.
ship.
Yeah, exactly.
with all
You
niggas.
can't count
So you
that.
can't even.
I'm talking about you seeing a no because it's different when you see a woman.
All right. Then I was on a ship with women then.
Was
There's
you?
men and women.
Yeah, I was on a ship first.
they be
My
dressed-
first ship was all men. Then my second ship was men and women.
Okay.
So when I got to the ship with men and women, no, I was cool.
Was you? How
Was
was
chilling.
it? I'm curious. How was your mind? Like then? Like okay,
I
when
need
you
to
first-
escape.
Okay,
It felt
so
like prison.
When you first seen the woman,
And wanted to fuck. After
Oh.
boot camp? Yeah, nigga, what? This 3 months of no fucking, no jacking off, no. Well, some weird ass niggas would be jacking off and shit like that, but me, no, hell no. I would wait.
because
I had to
they'd
wait.
be around y'all.
Huh?
Like I'm saying, because y'all always around each other,
Maybe
right?
they in a bunk. It's like jail.
It's niggas. It's jail.
It's upstairs, like a
Okay,
bunk.
I mean, they
and a
teaching
bunk.
us how to do certain things, but at the same time, it's still
So,
jail.
My question is, I know because they trying to,
They trying to fuck our minds up.
yeah. So, why didn't you
Then I what?
think about a woman?
Because I was surrounded by niggas. There was no need.
It's
And at the
harder.
same time, I felt like when I wasn't beating off and doing all that shit, my testosterone was hella high.
Yeah, more. I heard,
So
I
did you
promise
did
I
you
heard people
work
say
out
that.
more?
Like, we didn't have a gym or anything like that, but I definitely was pimped up.
Okay. So before you went in, did you have a girl?
No. Yes.
Was you talking to women?
Yes. Yes.
And so during that time, right after you got out, like you flying back home, you at the stage, you like, I gotta get something. Did you wait? That's the question. Because, temptation is like a mother.
I had to wait till I got home.
You waited. So technically you still lost.
Hmm?
Because regardless of you
I
was
got
on the
home in
ship.
November. I left in July.
So in November, did you do anything as soon as you got home?
Yeah, I fucked.
Why? You just said you could do it.
I just went 6 months without some
No,
booty.
you said you went a year.
First, after boot camp.
Okay.
After boot camp.
Okay. It was men.
It was after boot camp, I go to school.
Okay.
So that's a couple months. So July, August, September, boot camp. September, October, November is school. I go home for like a couple days.
And you did what you
And
had
I
to
did
do.
what I needed to fucking do.
Okay, so is what I'm saying is temptation is different when you are surrounded by people that is different.
Mhm.
So basically you say you can't do it.
I think it's a mind thing.
I mean, there was women there. So it's like,
no,
it's not that you
Those
can't.
different kind of mental women. You get what I'm saying?
Them women wanted to fuck too. Them
I
bitches,
agree.
come on. Like, them
I
bitches was
agree.
way hornier than us.
No. I didn't say that. It's different kinds of women.
Right.
They are different women that join the service regardless of what they want to do.
Them women in the service be horny as hell. They be wanting
Regardless
to
of
fuck.
what they want to do, what I'm saying is, could you do it in the real world? Like, for one, our talk is different.
Yeah.
Our swag is different. You get what I'm
It's
saying?
exactly the same. There be girls in the military that are just like you.
I-
They are just like you. They're married. They just talk about their marriage all the goddamn time. They so motherfucking happy in it, and it's beautiful. There was this one girl. Her name. She looked kind of like you, but she had a. And I was like,
Too childish.
damn, I can't even
What
speak
was
to.
her name?
Her name was.
Don't say her
uh,
name. No,
Don't
don't
say
say
it.
Yeah,
her
Don't say
name.
I'm not gonna say it. But
Come
she
on,
kind of
don't
looked
do
like you
that.
though.
Cause yeah, I got a family.
In the Navy. Okay. Well, yeah. So there were girls like you. There was hoes. There was
What you mean?
what
That's
you-
okay. Well, we're gonna get off because y'all serve for our country, and that's disrespectful.
What's up? What you mean?
You better cut this shit.
Why?
That's because it's disrespectful.
what
I
you
was
tell
in
me
the
was-
military. Listen.
just tell me-
Nobody
I
can
feel-
give you
I
a
feel
more
like- I
real
feel-
and accurate point of view than myself.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like it's really good, but like it's really good, but it's really like it's people that's okay. The people that's waiting, like all the
The people that are waiting to
spouses,
get
yes,
in.
No, the spouses.
Oh, waiting for.
Yes, and if you put like, it's a possibility that
Listen to me.
It's the truth.
No,
Listen,
it's
listen.
not the
Y'all want
truth.
some more
It's
stories? I got
no,
stories for
I don't.
days.
I don't.
Listen,
I
we
don't.
was
'Cause,
on.
like at the,
You don't want no more stories? Are you sure? Because I got.
the women together. Women are women.
Right.
My question was, when you're outside the ship, could you do that?
Could you go
6
as
months.
long if you were
Yeah.
in the military and real life?
Could I wait as long?
Like, yeah.
6 months.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
For what? Like for what?
No, because like you just said,
I
your
enjoy
testosterone-
having sex.
No, I understand you enjoy that part, but like you said, your like
My
your mental
testosterone
is
was high.
different. Like that ain't.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like sometimes if men just don't think about that, you know how much
It's so hard. It's so hard because y'all just be out here and it's like y'all do this shit on purpose and then y'all be telling us not to think about it. My homegirls, the girl I was just talking to on the FaceTime, she does a fucking sex podcast and shit like that. But niggas be in her inbox like, girl, I wanna, and she be like, ew. So it's like, damn, y'all giving one thing but telling another.
Because I think women do it to hear a different perspective of a man's mind. And honestly, I bet you she would rather if you tell her no, she'll probably get more turned on that you told her no.
You know how many? Okay, there'll be. I'm considered a square in my circle, right?
Okay.
And the other niggas around,
The thirsty ones.
not even thirsty. Just say like, okay, so
But keep going.
Cut that.
I feel like the squares say no. That's why
No,
y'all call
but listen,
squares.
the squares. Okay, say the square will say
Wait for
no,
the
right?
police.
As soon as the square says no, here come the other ones behind me. Now they're the ones who actually get the fuck because y'all are. I don't know what it is about the non-square niggas,
No.
but they just be ready to just
But you know-
jump on it.
Sometimes you
Look,
should
that's what I
find a
meant. Look,
square
look.
woman. Maybe you should find the square because you know what? No, I
All I
don't.
can say.
Come on now, square nigga will come up to you and be like,
Me
"Hey, beautiful, how you
personally,
doing,
I
man?"
can't lie. I'm not saying that I'm against a square dude.
I
Because realistically, like where I'm at in my life right now, like
You need a
intelligence
square
is
nigga.
part. I do need a square dude. And I think why women are turned on, and I can speak for most of us, it's that perception. That's all it is. Like, damn, he got hella tattoos. It's the look.
Hell no.
It's and that's what I'm saying. That's
I'm
why
the grown women.
we're different. But I'm not saying even
Your
just
nigga don't got hella
like,
tattoos.
He
Yeah,
he
yeah,
do, but
before.
that's not what I'm saying.
No.
What I'm saying is like I
It's just a perception that we're saying.
through, like when we first met, of course, because we was kids. No, he didn't. But like through, like no, that's I swear to God, like I would rather you show me, say something real to me in front of everybody.
Yeah, now, but at a stage, like, I'm not going to sit here and let
Hell
you
no,
I
because
definitely
those
would do
dudes
a
that be
stage,
lying
like-
in front of their friends is a liar in
Well, I
front
mean,
of you.
it turns out to be that way, but I'm not gonna sit here and paint the picture for women because you're like, no, I never was that. Please, like, I've only ever
No.
messed with 5 people, but amongst them 5, I literally thought was like, oh, he this way. When I was younger, it's just what it is. It's
Hell
unrealistic
no.
to think someone never looked at somebody to be like, oh, they're cute. Oh,
Yep.
this. Now, absolutely, like, yeah, I want your mind and everything to follow it, but we were kids before. Let's be realistic. It happens.
No,
I let her paint that picture for the 2 of y'all.
It's not the two. No, I don't. I feel like
We need to write in on the comments. How
Yeah.
many of y'all
Please,
ever
please.
like just went off of how somebody looked? 'Cause-
like no, we're not saying look. We're saying how they approach you. If they
no, I
approach,
didn't say approach.
No,
I said
it's like a combination of both because the approach on the look, like if I approach you and I am not up to snuff or whatever, and then I get to talking, yeah, you're gonna reject. But if a nigga is the opposite,
I feel like he a liar. What the hell you got all this jewelry on for?
I'm not gonna be judgmental.
And then no,
You should be cute.
okay. What I'm saying is okay. So
does
for
the jewelry
me,
make the nigga cute or
Thank
is the
you.
nigga cute?
It's
with the
because
jewelry?
you looking at money.
Yeah, I think you looking at the
my
money
gosh,
and
what is
saying
the
that
movie?
this.
Sprung.
That's my movie,
It's
too. He's so
Sprung.
funny.
So Sprung. I was more like
Sprung. Who's in
Gina.
that?
Sprung. It was Sprung in
Who's in Sprung?
But
Gina in
Oh, Gina from Martin?
yes, and what is the other girl name? He got money.
Not Tasha.
I'm gonna look it up and send it on in your.
I'm gonna look it up right now. You go ahead.
Yeah,
do your
you
thing.
go.
Keep
but I
talking.
wouldn't even say like because it made you have
her
money.
friend,
It's an
like she
image.
was like, okay, $1,000. He dropped the receipt, but what he went to go do is he went to the ATM and grabbed a receipt that was $18,000 in a bank account. What I'm saying is, if somebody's showing that, most millionaires, most people who have
don't show
money,
they got money.
They really don't. And the industry that I was in, like I worked in the hotel industry.
Paula J. Parker.
That's
I
her
think
name?
so. Let me see.
That's her name, but
Yeah. That's
Yes.
this I ain't
Paula
never
J.
seen this
Parker's
movie.
good.
You gotta watch it. It's so good.
That's the movie for the
Way
week.
past Whipped.
That's the movie for the week. Exactly what
It
she
Movie
is
for the
because
week?
it was one, like it was two different couples, and I feel like I think me seeing those movies, especially like with my sisters, like me and my sisters are so different, and we like, but we still like. I love how my sisters could cuss me out and tell me, "Fucking come back to the real world." Like, hey, get it together. But it's like, no,
because you think different.
Yes, because
I
I'm a
think anyone
hopelessly
who's watched
romantic.
This podcast has absolutely like because you're so different, and I think about your sisters because you are. Like we don't argue, but our minds, and I think that's why I was so excited when I first was like, "You should come on this podcast." And I want to do like because we're so different. We're nothing alike. We don't think anything alike. Nothing.
Yeah.
We don't agree on shit
We don't.
for the most part.
It's crazy, but we good friends.
Yeah, because we don't like kind of how you're saying. I'm like,
And
nah,
it's-
we've all had that young stage, but it's because your ass have been tied down since.
No,
since you was
but
a
not
kid.
even
It's so-
that.
I think if you had people used to tell me you need more experience. I'm not saying that. I think because you've been with one person for so long, like literally your whole life.
It's
for the most part.
true. But when I separated, it still taught me. Like I'm not looking for the bling.
No, I'm not saying bling, but I'm saying
No,
like,
but
you would
I'm
be,
not
think
even.
you'd be
I
different.
feel like you need to bring me some. Like, huh?
Like, I got hot up in here for some reason.
Oh, I'm gonna turn that
Oh
on.
no, I feel like not bring me something. It's
Yeah,
just
like
like
money. Yes, like your
I'm
mind,
looking at your whole picture. Like, okay, what are you telling me, and what am I seeing?
No, okay,
And
I do
then
agree.
what are are you doing?
It's all
Like
okay,
so,
man.
if like accent,
Yeah, what
like
is you adding to me? I think I do agree
That's
with
what it
that.
boils down to. Because at the end of
What
the
do you
day, a
add?
man wants to be added on to in the same way a woman does.
exactly. And I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I approach every situation like that. If you're not, like, we might as well just go on and move about.
But are
our
you
day.
telling them what you can provide as well? Because I feel like as a man, that's all we hear is, "Yo, what can you provide? What can you
If
do?
I
What do you
ask
bring to the
if I ask
motherfucking
you what your
table?"
credit score is, right? And you
700.
okay. Oh, period. Slay.
What else you need?
No, your credit score is 700 for
You still a child.
I-
He told her, she still don't believe him. Like,
No,
what?
that's
Like,
really
for
good.
real?
Like, I love, because I'm gonna be honest. I be asking, like, what's your credit score? And if you're honestly, when you open to tell me, I'm like, okay. But when you open to even when you're humble enough to say, hey, it's not even good, let's work on it.
I respect
That's
that.
what
Try,
I'm.
man. Go show try, man.
What I'm bringing is a real person. I understand shit happens, and we all don't have those good credit scores. And do you love me enough to help me, and do I love you enough to help you?
That's what a relationship is. Pouring into each other. A
But no,
friendship,
that's
yeah.
what a person is. That's what we talk about. When you meet somebody, I feel like after y'all been talking for a month, that should be the question. What
I
y'all
agree.
think the question is?
I think in the first 30 days, I can call probably 3 people now, and I've always asked, like, what is your year goal? Like, what do you want in a year?
I won't
Where do
say
you-
that. That's
like,
too deep for me.
No, but that's just me. Like, I'm
A year though, that's
attracted-
small thinking.
I'm
No,
but
that's
each
not
what
year-
I'm small term
I
goal.
just want to see where, like, your mind frame is, because if you
Yeah.
can tell me what you want to do in a year, it's not really big. If you don't know what you want to do by next year, I can tell you myself.
Yeah.
Most people don't think that big. They're probably like, oh, 6 months.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I ask that question, like I said, a credit score, right? Mm-hmm. I don't even want them to think of me as their girlfriend in a year.
I'm not even
That's
asking you
what-
for
that's-
that. I
that's-
wanna know,
that's the
are you
question.
planning businesses?
So-
are
so,
you planning like your occupation? Are you thinking about hell killing people?
But
where are you going in a year?
But the way they move will tell you where they're going in a
sometimes,
year.
but people's actions still be different.
What for me? What the way they move?
They
is
can
what
show you they
showing
about to
me.
open a damn business, and then in a year, for all you know, like they're standing
Nah.
on the court. You don't know.
Hell no.
People can tell
I
you
feel-
one thing and show
and do
you
another.
No,
a
I
whole nother.
understand that. I understand that, but I feel like once I open the door to what your credit is, we open the doors to other things.
It's
And
true,
if-
but that's
if-
just
Yeah, but
you
you can't tell a motherfucker to like I can have as many podcasts as I want, but the people got to show up.
True.
If you don't want it, you ain't gonna do it.
But that's just saying. Okay, so when I say what's your credit score is, you think if you told me you had a shitty credit score, you gonna be moving the way you move?
Some people do.
But no. And when you have a shitty credit score, guess what? You're going to move different. You're going to explain to why. You know why? Because you got to tell me your vision before I even see it. Because you already feel some type of way. And that's the person. Like, when you start explaining it to me, like, hey, my credit score is shit, but this is what I'm working on. That's an honest person.
I know. I agree with you, and I respect.
But
that.
I'm not saying I need to. I feel
honesty.
like when I put too much pressure on you, then you start lying, and I don't want to hear.
But
a
I don't
lie.
think asking what you want to do in a year is too much pressure. It just shows that you're thinking. You know.
Yes.
Like that's just really what it is, because some people, like we were just talking about a vision board. What was it yesterday?
Yes.
About doing it. Like, I don't feel like that's like, I just don't feel like it. Because if you can't tell me as yourself, forget, like you're saying, I don't care if you think we're going to be together in a year or not. We probably ain't, to be honest. But let me see where your mind is.
Yes.
Maybe right now you're like, I'm thinking about this business, but in a year I think that I'm going to be potentially ready to open it. Like, maybe they are waiting for an investor.
Yeah.
Have a fucking self-goal, not just my goal. It's what we said on the one. I bring this, and it's not just money, but if this falls, what the fuck do you have? Excuse my French.
No, I get that. I feel like when you put too much, my goal, I think mine is I don't want to ever put too much pressure on somebody, because I don't want too much pressure put on me. So if I ask you a question and you open up to me, that's like the first part. So then I can open doors to more questions. You
It's
get what
true,
I'm saying?
but I'd rather
So
open
I
up your
feel
mind
like-
to make you think.
But then it's like, you my mama?
I mean, yeah, and if anyone who really genuinely feels like you asking them as far as their credit score or even what they want to do in life is, mama, I don't want to talk to you because maybe your mama didn't ask you that. This is why you feel that way. It's an underlying reason. Maybe your mama didn't care enough to ask you, so you're offended by it.
That is so mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm being I'm being realistic. Some men don't want to have those conversations because they never had that softness at home. They don't know how to talk because they wasn't taught it. Their mama didn't show them enough love. I'm being real. Their mama maybe didn't give them hugs. Some men are traumatized, and we don't, as women, look to ask. Maybe he didn't have a mother at home. We just assume.
No, I get what you're saying, but I feel like as men, it's up to. We have to for me, I feel like I have to just lay it out little by little, you know, and
that takes time.
It do, but of
We
course,
don't
no, a relationship takes time.
Yeah, I think I'll put more.
Love take time,
and I do agree. Love ain't gonna happen overnight. There's some people
trust takes time.
Oh, I know. That's my problem. I don't trust people. I realize that. I absolutely agree with that. But we're going to end that. And then when we come back next week, we'll think about some more topics. But I think your questions were good.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like going back and forth kind of made us think. I'm just curious as far as just like what people are going to say, like, you know?
Yeah.
As far as it. Because I just think it makes people think. Because I think for most of our episodes, it was just always about men. And I think our show is just like our minds.
I know it was a lot about relationships. And I'm sorry, you men. Because
I apologize.
I do.
Wrong.
No, I'm gonna apologize because some of y'all irritate me. Irritate me if y'all want to know what I say. But some of y'all do like
What?
y'all. And
We're not going to get into that. That's too.
yeah, you're right.
But what is the word for the week? Remember,
The word
last
for the
week we focused on what was it? What was it? Anyone remember?
No, last week we focused on. Oh, well, did you finish? Did you do what you had to do?
If I look at his face like a man, no. We gave you directions, guidance.
You were supposed to
I
do
wrote with
something for the
crayon.
week.
You didn't do it, did you? See, he don't even
I
remember.
think you were supposed to do a reels.
He was.
my reels.
Your 10 reels.
Did you do
Did
one?
you do your 10?
I did.
You said 10.
I said 10.
He didn't do ours, so I know that don't count.
That don't count.
No, because you said 10. You gotta hold you accountable. How many did you get through? It's not 10.
If you did 9, we'll let you slide.
No, we're not. That's what's wrong. Nope.
I did.
We said 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You did
You
5.
did 5.
Okay, you got halfway there.
So we're gonna do 15, okay, this week, because you gotta account for those 5.
You got to work.
But at
15.
the same time,
That's why-
where accountability needs to go on y'all's end too, because I need y'all to send me the clips. When I send y'all the video, screen record your favorite part. And then
So
when
kinda
you
like the
do
ones
your
I
favorite
post?
part, I will do everything else. Just send
So
me
why
the
don't you just tell me that? You just let me post it. Do I not do a clip every week?
I told you that. I
Okay.
said
Understand
send
that.
it to me so I
Okay.
can fix it up.
Okay, I got
Okay.
you. You know what? We'll
I got
take
you.
accountable for our one show, our podcast. But he has to take accountable for those other 3.
All right, this week I think I'm gonna go with.
So-
For me, I think it's gonna be like.
It's meditation.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be hard because my son graduates on Friday, so it's more like it's
That,
gonna be
that's you should meditate.
I knew.
Thank you.
I know I'm gonna try to, but I already know it. Like I've already been in my head about it. Yesterday, I went to my niece's son's kind of graduation little party too. You know, and I was like, oh my god, like looking at him, it just reflected like, all right, my son got about 5 more days, and I'm already. I know. I don't even want to look on Instagram like when people sharing their kids' photos. Like I'm just always emotional like that anyway.
You're so funny. I can't wait.
Yeah, because she's about 5. You got about all these years to go.
I'm a slay away. Just know when.